Hey, good morning, lovely people. Oh, I hope everyone is doing well this week. It is week 2 of Plastic Free July that we're closing up on. And, it's been a crazy week here. It's just been non-stop, so, which is fantastic. Oh, I've got Timmy here. Hello, Tim. Oh, there's our dog, Timmy. He's a bit nudie today with no collar, but he looks fantastic. Little old man Timmy. He is one of the, he's our first child, so very spoiled. Oh, you're a good boy. Anyway, down. Oh, good boy. So, I thought I would talk about a few things today. A few wins, a few fails with Plastic Free July, because it's gonna happen. No one's perfect. I am not perfect. I had such a hard time last week. It was ridiculous. You know, just some of the things that you find in plastic that you're not expecting to be in plastic. And it's really, it's a bit disheartening to think, you know, that it doesn't dawn on you until it's too late. And you can't go back and say, I don't want to buy this because it's in plastic. You know, you don't want to make that call. But anyway, I think we figured out a lot of, at least in our house, we figured out a lot of the things that are achievable. Whether or not, you know, everyone can do them, maybe not. There are certain things, you know, bringing your own produce bags and bringing your own shopping bags, things like that, which are really good habits to just get into. And if you can do that, then that's heaps. You really, you know, focus on one thing at a time that you can do. I think that is the key thing. And people are just onto it, and it's fantastic. There are a few of you who are just, I'm so stoked that you're able to do this. Hi. I don't know who just came in, but hi. But it's good to see, yeah, everyone sort of getting into the groove of it and just making it part of their everyday lives. I think that is the best part. Some of the things that I've gotten emails about, Jess especially, I've been meaning to write you back, and we'll figure out all of this other hoo-ha. Chickens are one thing. Chicken meat is one thing that I have struggled with you know, going to the grocery store and finding like a free-range chicken, like one chicken, a chicken, like to roast. It's always in plastic. It's always in plastic. And even at the butcher's, when I was there last week, they were all in plastic. And I haven't figured out a place or a way to say, is there any way you could just wrap it some other way? I don't know. I think there's some sort of health standards and whatnot that have to be adhered to by, you know, government policies and stuff like that. But maybe we can find a different way. I'd almost be keen to talk to the butchers and see if there's a way that, you know, they can repackage it or not package it at all. I know a lot of this stuff just comes from the company. Hi, Bess. I think a lot of it just comes from the companies like that. We're talking about plastic wrapped whole chickens. Any ideas? Throw them out there, because yeah, that's one thing that we struggle with too, because we do roast chickens quite often, especially during the winter. It's perfect. Yeah, so that's one thing we haven't figured out. When you go to dinner at someone else's house, at your parents' house, at your partner's parents' house, and they're giving you leftovers, bring your own containers and just be part of that leftover sorting and just saying, oh, I've brought my own. Oh, don't worry about using your containers or your plastic or anything else. Let's use this. We're just trying to cut back. Don't say, you're using plastic. No, don't use plastic. You know, you don't be all preachy about it. No one likes the preachy type of approach. But just, you know, it's, oh, I've got these containers. You know, they're all sorted, ready to go. I saw that comment about, you know, double bagged things, and that is actually, it made me laugh so hard. just wrote that, you know, it's in Glad wrap, and then it's double bagged. This is the same exact thing my grandmother used to do, and she probably still does it. And I love you, Grammy. But we used to joke constantly about double bagging things. It was hilarious anytime. It would be like a chocolate brownie wrapped in Glad wrap and then double bagged. It's a brownie. It was hilarious. My sister, my mom, anyone in my family will completely understand this, and it's one of those things that, oh, I know it's just part of that way of thinking from, you know, different generations and stuff, but oh my gosh, it's hilarious. Hi, Deb. Good to see you. Yeah, my grandma was known for double bagging things, and I just cringe at that, you know, nowadays, and it was a big joke when I was growing up, but I'm sure she still does it. But she does it with love, so you really can't argue with it. It's just the way it goes. I've heard of some really good successes with people going out to eat, you know, during work breaks and bringing their own containers, bringing their own lunch boxes, bringing their own plates for people to, you know, just put food on. And, you know, if you don't want to bring your own silverware, if you don't want to bring your own cutlery, you can. You could totally just like wrap it in a nice little, you could put it, you make a nice little bag for it, put them in there. But I was thinking you could totally just use chopsticks, or, you know, we've got bamboo chopsticks that we use for lots of different meals. Especially with sushi and stuff, obviously, you can grab chopsticks and stuff. We went to Countdown to get a few things. Night nappies. Oh, it makes me cringe just to think about the plastic stuff. And what it was, what we usually do at the end of the Countdown shop is go and get sushi. And it was just like, oh, I didn't bring a container, I didn't do this, and then I thought about it. And I actually had one of the boys' lunch boxes in the car, and I was just like, right, let's go down, go get that, come back up. Got sushi in the box, and they just sort of looked at me like, what are you, why do I have to put it in a lunch box? And I just like, hi, thanks. You just gotta be really, really dedicated to do it. To be able to just say to somebody, no, I need it in here. This is what I need. And if you're not going to give it to me in this, I'm not going to pay you $8. You know, I mean, it sucks, but you sort of got to you just got to fight some people about it. Another question that came through was pet food. What do we do with pet food? That is a really good question. There are lots of recipes online. I have a book for dog food, so I don't have any cat recipes, but there might be ones that you can find online. There's lots of ways of getting around that. Even if you use the canned stuff, at least, you know, once it's rinsed out, it's a little more recyclable than the plastic stuff. There's really nothing that I found out there. I haven't checked Bin In yet in Petone, but we'll have a go next time I'm there, and I'll see if they have some or if they know where to get some. That's always a tricky one too, because we get big bags of dog food and it all comes in plastic. While it's good we can recycle our soft plastic, not ideal, not ideal. So today, I also wanted to touch base about things in your bathrooms. I've been working on the kitchen for the last week, and I've been thinking about things in the bathroom. I've been working on this for a couple of years because I've always just had this passion of not wanting to waste a lot of crap. So it's been good for me to sort of look again and say, oh, that's plastic, that's plastic, that's plastic. What I've done is I've accumulated a bunch of stuff here, and I'll show them to you. Hi, Jen. I will show you a few things that we have in our bathroom that has gotten rid of a lot of plastic stuff. I think it's one of those rooms that you just don't even think about, you know. So toilet paper, we get recycled toilet paper, but it comes in plastic wrapping. Not good. This week I posted it on Instagram, some of the stuff I was able to get at the organic shop, which was a paper wrapped toilet paper. It's not that hard. We used to get it a lot in Australia, and New Zealand for some reason is really hard to find. It's not readily available like it was. You could go to Coles or Woolworths or anywhere like that. Any of the stuff around here at the big grocery stores are plastic wrapped. So I found some with paper, which is awesome, and I did get some, is this the right way? Some of the Eco Store soap, but you can always find heaps of this. It smells awesome. It's like grapefruit or something. But I got 3 of these for like $10, and they'll last me months, so I'm really happy about that. I don't use much body wash per se, but I also, my husband uses quite a bit of body wash, and what I do is we just recycle the bottle. You know, I bring the bottle back to where I can get it filled up and just fill the bottle. So it's plastic, but at the same time it turns itself into long-term plastic, and that's not as bad as just like a single use, throw it away. What else do we have? Razors are a tricky one. Razors are one of those things that I didn't even think about until just a few months ago. My husband has got one of these. Even though he's got a ginormous beard, he used to shave. But these are really cool because they're just the old school refillable ones. You could use this, and there's no plastic. You know, I don't think anyone needs like 6 blades of anything on their legs or their underarms, or it's just, I think it's a bit unnecessary. But using one of these that's stainless steel, and it's got the blades on the inside, and those are so much better. I am not going to be shaving. It sounds really off, but I'm not going to be shaving because I'm going to just, you know, I don't think it's a long story short, I'm just going to start waxing everything, yeah, and just getting rid of that. But these are a good alternative if you don't want to, you know, use the plastic stuff. And then the other plastic thing that everyone talks about, toothbrushes. I love these toothbrushes. They're made out of bamboo, and they're really cool. So these are Go Bamboo is the brand. I got these at the organic shop, and I've got one for me, and then I've got a couple little ones for the boys. They're all a bit manky. Sorry, we'll go that way. So they're little ones for the boys, big one for me, and these are really good. This has lasted me quite a few months already, so I'm really stoked about these. And they're not that much more expensive than just buying a crappy Dora one. You know, I don't want to buy a crappy Dora toothbrush and have it just get chucked out after a few months, because, you know, if you got kids, they chew on them and you have to get rid of them. Yeah, so these would be like $4. Really, pretty good. Right, moving on. I'm not going to take forever today. Moving on. In our medicine cabinet, I found a few things that I use. I've got face wash, Aesop face wash, but it's in a glass container. I actually reuse these containers because they're really nice, and this is an old Aesop container, a glass one, and this is an old Aesop container. So I will get Aesop, but I also reuse these. I put my own oils in them, as it's got a little dropper. This I made my own astringent, like face toner, with lemon balm. You can do lemon balm, you can do peppermint, mix it with like witch hazel and stuff like that. I've got recipes in here. What was the one that I used? It was lemon balm. Backwards. It's backwards for me. So a cup of water, a half a cup of vodka. Don't use the good vodka. a half a cup of lemon balm, so which is the herb. It's almost like I use it for tea. It's good for depression, actually. So I drink a lot of that. And then a half a cup of witch hazel. And you mix the ingredients together, place in a jar, in a tight-fitting lid, and let it sit for 2 weeks. And then you strain it into that. And that amount, it was like this much, it lasted me for like a year. It was ridiculous how much. It didn't take really anything to make it. So if you're buying anything in plastic, try something like that because it's brilliant. It's fantastic. You know, same with like face oils and stuff like that. Play with different types of oils. I tried olive oil. That didn't work with my skin, but grapeseed oil really does nice things, actually, because it's really lightweight. So you can put it on in the morning, or you could do olive oil at night where it has time to soak into your skin. So that's what I do with those. I also have deodorant that is in a paper tube. And I got this from, let my eyes adjust. Oh gosh, I'll have to put the link. I can't find the title. It's Mara Botanical, but it was from a place that has heaps and heaps of beehives, and they make their own. It's like the Bee Trust or something like that. I'll find the link and I'll put it on the Facebook bloggy thing later on. But this is New Zealand made, and it's beautiful. I think it was about $16, which sounds like a lot, but that was like, I bought it like 6 months ago. So, and it just smells really beautiful. And I love it. And it's in paper. When you find paper tubes and stuff, it's like, oh, awesome. Awesome. Few other things. What else do I use in the shower? I don't shampoo my hair. I don't use shampoo, so that eliminates a bottle for me. My husband shampoos his hair. The boys shampoo their hair maybe once a week. And even Jacob, he does shampoo his hair, but it's only maybe once a week as well. But I made this a while ago, and this is a dry shampoo, and you can find recipes online. You can do like corn flour, and all you do is just sprinkle it into your hair and you scrub it through, and it sort of soaks up a lot of the excess oils that end up in your hair. It does take a while to get used to not shampooing your hair, but at the same time, I love my hair when I don't shampoo it. It feels really cool. It's just like, this is how my hair should be. It makes a difference. Like, I hit it with hot water and just scrub the hell out of it. But if I don't have to shampoo my hair, it's one less plastic bottle. It's less crap that I have to deal with in the morning. But if it gets really manky, I put this in. So what I've done is, it is corn flour, but I mixed it with cocoa, because obviously, if you've got blonde hair, go for the corn flour. It's definitely not going to match if it's corn flour. And if you use the cocoa powder, it smells both chocolatey and yummy. I love it. So I would say, smell-o-vision. But what I've done is just put it in an old spice bottle, like cleaned out one of the old spice bottles when I ran out of something. And that's just got the little holes and everything. It's really nice. I like it. A few other things, hand soap in your bathroom, in your kitchen, wherever. I have these glass jars. These we got at Arthur Holmes, which is now in Petone. You can order them, you can find them everywhere really, but they're glass jars, and they do have the plastic little squeezy thing, but that's okay. Again, long term, not throwing it away straight away. And then I just refill it with the hand soap that I get. And you can get like the big refill bottles or whatever, but you can just go to the shop and just go fill it straight into it. So we've got 3 of those hanging around the house. So that makes a lot of sense to me. A few things, this is one of those things. These drive me bonkers. Absolutely bonkers, okay? I don't know what to do with these. If anyone has any brilliant ideas of what to do with the bubble packs for medications, because I'm on antidepressants like the majority of the rest of the world, and so I go through these once every 10 days. Yeah, 10 days. It's really crappy. It's really, really crappy. You know, we've got lots of those little other plastic containers, and those are fine, those are recyclable, but these are not. These just end up in the landfill, and it's really shitty, to be honest. I can't stand the thought of that, and it just, I'm tempted to talk to our chemist and see, you know, if they would be able to do it in a little bottle, but at the same time, they probably just do this for convenience factor, where they're, you know, shelling out so many scripts a day that they don't want to count everything. So if anyone has any good ideas of what to do with these things, please let me know. They drive me mental. So that's about it, really. I think we've covered all of the random stuff from my bathroom. There are a few things that a few of us have talked about in the past week or so about making cosmetics, about making, you know, things like astringents and toners for faces and deodorants and things like that. Even like lip balm, using beetroot as rouge, blush, figuring out ways to do that. And while I have this, you know, my old, if anyone knows Llewellyn, I love their books. Their books are totally funky and fun, and I love it. But there's a whole herbal almanac series that they've done. That one's from so long ago, but I've kept it because it has lots of good recipes in it. But I will show you two other books that I have, and if you have not heard of this guy, you have to do some research. He's my hero. He's the best ethnobotanist in the world. It's James Wong. He's got a show that used to be on the BBC, and it's called, Grow Your Own Drugs, right? And it is, he's brilliant. He's got, I put aside some of these, so an exfoliator, you know, how to make ground almonds, oat flakes, salt, cider vinegar, and basil oil. That's all. That's all you need. I mean, seriously. You don't need all this crap from the shop. You don't need to buy plastic bottles. You don't need to buy things with microbeads in it. There are amazing, amazing recipes that he has in here. You know, he's got a whole section on cosmetic stuff. In this book, this is a good one too. This is just got heaps of different like colds and flus and just really simple, you know, things to make you feel better. Really, a relaxing lettuce and cardamom milk. I mean, it sounds all great, but here we go. Bicarb, myrrh, and sage tooth whitening powder. So there's lots of resources out there to grow your own drugs, to make your own things. And I think that is one of the things that I'm really keen to get into. So I will let you know how we go with that. We'll give that a go. Jess, you and I, we're gonna do it, man. We're gonna totally do it and make some random things and random concoctions and see what happens. I think that's it, guys. I would love to hear about, you know, different things that have worked for you and different things that you've tried, just to kind of share the ideas around. A lot of people are getting, you know, into just DIYing left and right. It's amazing to see that, and that's the kind of, you know, I think that's the kind of thing that sticks in people's brains when they start doing plastic-free months. you know, and living a little more, you know, free of plastic. I'm going to just start rambling. So I'm going to head off, but I wanted you guys to at least come away with an idea or two about things that we can do in our bathrooms, because there's so much other stuff, you know. I mean, there is the toothpaste, even, you know, you can make your own toothpaste. Actually, Felicity, did you go okay with your toothpaste? If you're there, you can type in. I'm really curious to how you went. I know you were working on toothpaste, because that's something that as soon as I run out of the stuff I have now, I am totally making some. So I'm very keen to do that. I don't know if I'll be able to convince the kids to do it, but at least one person, it'll be good. Is it delicious? Yay! I have to get the recipe from you, because that's fantastic. I've been really wanting to see. Do the kids like it, or is it just, I was worried that it would be too strong, but my kids don't like the super sweet bubblegum toothpaste. They actually like the strong, really minty stuff. So it'll be good to see how it works. You'll have to just send me the recipe. I'll give it a go. I'm sure I'll, you know, break my kids' teeth somehow. But anyway, so let me know what successes you've had, or if you have any questions. Hopefully we can nut out some answers. I'm really enjoying doing this, and I would really like some more. It's a strange consistency, though. It's coconut oil. Awesome. Yes, please send it through. And is it okay can I share it? Let me know if I can share it or not. I'm sure there's a few other people that would be keen to try it out, so that'd be cool. That'd be awesome. All right. Well, I am going to head off because I'm going to go feed the dog. And hi, Kim. Mwah! I didn't realize you were on. I'm going to finish my coffee. I'm heading off now. But go back and watch the replay. And if anyone has any recipes that they want to share, always keen to have recipes for DIYing stuff like this. You know, dry shampoo, deodorants, lip balm, anything like that is always super handy. And what I'll do is I'll post some of the astringents and stuff that I've made. I'll post some recipes on the blog and link it all up and all of that. So so keep me posted, and I will see you guys soon. I'll check in again next week and see how everyone's going. Shoot through some info, and we'll chat next time. And I will see you guys soon. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you on next Friday. Next Friday. All right.